Welcome, Yasmin. And let's go ahead and record.
Yeah, it started, Tiger.
Oh, it has started. Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. That was great, Ponto. Thank you. It's nice to be able to laugh at ourselves in Toastmasters. I've always thought it was funny if someone showed up to a Toastmaster meeting and we're using all these words, grammarian, counter, and TMOD and DTM, and people look like at us like we're crazy. And what are these people talking about? Michelle, I will have you introduce your speech, and then you can let the timer know when you're ready to go.
Well, the speech is from the Connecting with Storytelling project. The title is Close Call on Christmas Morning, and it's 5 to 7 minutes. So I can start. How many of you remember something from back when you were a child, like before you started school? Let me see a show of hands. Okay, Tiger does. I do. Yes, Titin does, and I see the rest as well. This happened when I'm trying to remember whether I was 4 or 5. It could be either 4 or 5, but I'm sure it was before I was 6 because I wasn't going to school yet. And I know I started school when I was 6. And it couldn't have been 3 because I don't think I would have remembered it at all. So probably between 4 and 5 years of age. And Christmas was approaching. And when you're a kid, Christmas has this magical, mystical aura to it. All the obstacles seem to fade. You don't worry about things. Obstacles can be overcome so easily when you're 4 or 5 years old, especially back then because my father was the general manager of a big shipping company. And so around Christmas time, we would have a lot of things, candies, ham, so many things from foreign countries at home. This Christmas was even more exciting. They delivered, a truck delivered a long object wrapped with some needles sticking out. It turned out it was a real pine tree. Now, note, this was in the Philippines, and pine trees are not that easy to come by. They're usually scrawny little things. This one was a bushy Christmas tree, a real Christmas tree. So my mom and my elder sister, they labored for hours trimming the tree and getting it all set up on the second floor. Our house was 2 stories. The living room, the dining room, kitchen, bathrooms were downstairs, and then all the bedrooms and a large open area was on the second floor. So the Christmas tree was placed in that large open area, beautifully decorated. It was resplendent. And through the windows, all the neighbors could see it, and they would, especially at night, they would turn around and stare up at our second floor and sometimes bump as they were walking because they were fascinated by our Christmas tree. And we always made sure, my mom always made sure it was brightly lit as soon as it got dark. Now in the Philippines, Christmas is celebrated a little differently, somewhat like Mexico and the Hispanic countries. The big celebration is oftentimes on Christmas Eve. That's Noche Buena or good night. Anyway, so we had a big party. People were up late, having fun, eating and drinking. And then the next morning, everybody was sound asleep. Well, everyone except me. I was awake early and I walked out the bedroom, looked up, and they'd forgotten to turn off the lights for the Christmas tree because of the party the night before. So the tree was still there, brightly lit. And I was pulling on the icicles, the Iceland tinsel icicles. You tug on it and it would go. was twirling, and that looked good for a while. Then I got bored. What else do you do? There was nobody. My sister was sound asleep. My brother was sound asleep. And then I noticed a box of matches that was on the side table. What if we light this icicle? Ooh, that looked good. The icicle sputtered, and then the flame died. Let's try another one. Oops. This one was a little better. The flame stayed a bit longer, and then it sputtered again. Let's try another one. Now, I tried the third one, and this time the flame really went on, but it didn't stop. It started catching the pine needles. There I was looking up, looking at the pine needles catching fire. So I was trying to turn off the fire and calling for help. Mom, help, help. Fortunately, my mom heard my screams and she rushed out of the bedroom. But there was no water on the second floor. The bathrooms were downstairs. And so she was also running around. And then suddenly I felt a splash of water over me and the tree. The flame sputtered and it went out. But there I was, feeling like that wasn't quite water, you know? So I stared at my mom, and she was holding this gigantic chamber pot because she and my father didn't really want to go downstairs every time they needed to use the bathroom during the night. So they just went in the chamber pot. And oh my gosh, who would have thought that the chamber pot would have saved us? So I had blisters on my hand, and my mom had to put some ointment on it. And the tree did not look so pretty anymore. Well, one side still looked good. The other side had burned needles. So my mom turned the tree around so it still looked good to the neighbors. But for us, we saw the burned part. The good thing is the Christmas lights didn't catch on fire. That would have been another story. I might not even be here to tell the story. But I learned my lesson. You do not mess with matches. I'm always very careful about putting matches away from children because somebody did not put it away from me when I was 4 or 5 years old. That was a close call on Christmas morning that I will remember if I live to be 100 and have Christmases for many, many years to come. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but your mom sounds like she was pissed off. Okay, that was bad. So some people got the joke, other people are looking at me like, I'm not sure about that. That was fun, Michelle. Thank you. I was a little pyromaniac when I was a kid. My parents learned very early, do not leave the matches out because this kid likes to go in the backyard and burn leaves. That was fun. Now we get to my favorite part of any Toastmaster meeting, and we have a phenomenal topics master today. Without further ado, Teton, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Tiger. So good morning, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I'm Titin. I'm happy to serve as your table topic master today. The word of the day for today is obstacle with the theme of the meeting, overcoming challenges. I just learned some table topic tips with Tiger from an Eastern Europe district table topic champion, and he gave us some tips. So let us apply some of them, which is to end your table topic speeches with either call to action, punchline, or a question. So that was tips, a skill that we just learned just a while ago. End your speech with either call to action, punchline, or a question. Throw the question to the audience. So is everybody ready for table topics? Please show me your thumbs. Thank you. So let me show you the question or the statement first in the chat box so that everyone can ponder on it. The first one will be, please share a personal mantra or affirmation that empowers you during a challenging time. Your personal mantra or affirmation that empowers you during challenging time. How about Yasmin? Would you like to answer the first statement?
Indeed. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Sorry, table topic master. The mantra to keep you going in the challenging time. It has never been easy, especially when it is challenging. But over years, I have learned 3 things, which I tell myself all the time. First, it's okay. I might not always be good. I might feel like I could have done better. I could have done differently. But I have learned not to punish myself by overthinking and just say, it's okay. So one thing I tell myself, it's okay. But this comes after the thing has been done and I haven't done it well. What do I tell myself when I start? And I see it's a long way to go. I break things into small steps in my mind and I say, just focus on this one. Doesn't matter how things go further. Just focus on the next. Just focus on this. Yes, one more. Just this one more. And that's how it goes. So one more. Just this one more. That's the second thing that works with me. And the third thing that's helped me a lot is to say thank you to myself for every simple achievements I make. I tell myself, good lady, you did it well. Thank you. Thank you, God, for everything. So thanks more. 3 mantras. It's okay. Just focus on one simple step and say thank you towards the end. Helps a lot. And thank you, everyone, for listening to me. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Yasmin. It's okay. Just one more and thank you. Thank you so much, Yasmin. And now for the second one, the question will be, how does positive mindset contribute to your success? How does positive mindset contribute to your success? Toastmaster Anna, would you like to try?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Titin, for the questions. Everyone in this life sometimes not difficult. It is difficult to go to be a success, and maybe some of them will be easy to go there. And for me, I have a lot of challenge in my life, and I always try to go with my positive mindset. For example, when I was in my junior high school, I really want to have a dream to be #1 in my class. But it was not easy because of my friend, almost all of smart and good student. But I always try to keep in my mind that to be success, I have to study hard, I have to work hard, and I have to do everything in serious. And I try to go with that word, and I try to apply in my daily life. And then at last, I got what I want. So I always try to keep in mind that everything positive in my mind, it will be go to the success. Thank you. Back to you, Titi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anna, for your insights to us. And now for the next one, how did you conquer your fear and what achievement followed? How did you conquer your fear and what achievement followed? Toastmaster Bindu, would you like to try?
Sure, Toastmaster Tintin. I hope I'm getting your name right. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, you're
Okay.
audible.
Yeah. So, how did I overcome? Can you please repeat the topic?
The topic is in the chat box. How did you conquer your fear and what achievement followed?
Right. So, like I introduced myself, I am a coach in making. So we go through a practice session. We have a set guideline which we have to practice and go through. And then at the beginning of this year, I enrolled myself into this course, hoping that it will be enhancing my career. But then, as a part of the project, I have to complete 100 hours of coaching. It looked like a Hercules task for me, and it's not so simple to coach somebody. It is not like you just go into the practice and then you coach. I have to follow a certain guideline. But when I started, I was very scared. Will I be able to do justice? Because here we are not just responsible for ourselves, but also towards the other person whom we are coaching. But one step at a time, I was able to overcome that fear. And in the process, I started enjoying the whole approach towards coaching. I started accepting myself more. I started accepting what's happening in the situation. So I think I just, anyways, did it, even though I was scared. And I can say that I am a confident coach and I feel more comfortable with myself now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu, for your reminder to accept ourselves and the situation. And for the next one, how have challenges in 2023 influenced your personal growth? How have challenges in this year influenced your personal growth? Lauren, would you like to try?
Yes, thank you, Titan. I am a business owner that works from home. In 2023, this year, I had enough work to fill 40 hours of the work week. However, it was very stressful because one of my clients wanted me to be on call whenever she needed me. And I found it hard to concentrate on my other clients' work while helping her with her work. I loved and still love working for both clients. So I didn't want to quit one. And I thought, a business owner, you need to have more than one client. However, I realized it's more important to be not overly stressed and enjoy the day. So I decided to move to one client, the client that wanted me to be on call. It was an obstacle that was hard to overcome because I thought I needed multiple clients. However, it's a lot better now because I can focus and grow in her business and still be my own boss. That's how a challenge in 2023 influenced my personal growth.
Thank you so much for sharing, Lauren, and for your reminder not to overly stress. Thank you. And now for the next one, please share a story about a time when you had to step out of your comfort zone. How about Jerry? Would you like to try?
Thank you, Titin. Stepping out your comfort zone is very important for our personal growth. In my career journey, I always to step out my comfort zone intentionally from time to time. I think I made 3 career transition over last 20 years. Each company lasts about the longest company I worked there for 11 years, and the second one about 2 years, and now this company. But I just want to say the experience why I left the last company 2 years ago. I got a very good salary in that company and have a very good relationship with my boss. My boss was based in Spain. I was a home-based worker in China. It's very free. But the question is that the products are very difficult to sell in China market. So about 2 years, I cannot achieve any result. It made me very unfulfilling and stressful. After fully consideration, even if during the COVID-19, I made a decision to resign, to step out to the comfort zone. About 6 months later, I get another job. But during the transition time, it's not easy. You need to overcome the obstacles. But I'm glad I did the decision. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry, for sharing with us your personal story. And for the next one, how did you turn a setback into a stepping stone for future success? How did you turn a setback into a stepping stone for future success? Our timer, Toastmaster Arnie, would you like to try? Toastmaster Arnie, would you like to try?
May I skip?
Yeah, yes. Thank you. Here we have Elisa. DTM Elisa, would you like to try?
Hello.
Hello. I have put the question here in the chat box. How did you turn a setback into a stepping stone for future success?
I just wake up and you give me a very hard question. Well, how I turn a setback into a stepping stone for my future success. How many of you believe that everything that you do, if you do constantly and with a full of heart, actually can be success? Yeah, I believe so too. Success is determined by us and how we are going. And most of the things that I just learned something about Leader Who Had No Title. I suggest everyone read that book. So This book is actually telling us about how our future can be success, and it's actually come from our self, and how our attitude can change, how we can be the power of ourself. There is a story about she is only a cleaner at one hotel, but she wants to be a successful person, and he become a leader. So for me is, even we having put a stepping stone or whatever, it's come to ourselves, how and what we want to do. Sometimes success is not the end of the dream that we want to achieve, but to be the best of ourselves is the most important thing, because each of every one of us have a different criteria what is a successful means. One person say that become a great mother is a successful one. One person say having a lot of money is a very successful life. And actually, even a big director and a big mom actually is an envy to each other. Maybe one person don't have a kids and the other one have a kids. So it's a determined is not based on individual. It's based on the individual. What is determined of your success? So for me, the most important thing, if you want to be a success, come from yourself and start with your attitude. And the rest will follow, and you can achieve what you want to have in your life. Back to you.
Thank you, Dita Melissa, for your reminder. We will remember that. And for the next one, share your best dad joke that can lighten even the heaviest of atmospheres. Your best dad joke. Lai, would you like to try?
Yeah, sure. It's not a dad joke, but it's a fast food joke. I remember like last few months ago, me and my friends were traveling. And there are times suddenly that I have to leave my friend alone because I have another duty to follow up. And when I came back, I asked her, "Where are you?" She says, "Away." Away. AWE. I was thinking, what does she mean at that time? Probably calling and say, "It's okay. Better you snap a picture for me. I couldn't get what do you mean." She snapped a picture out of the blue. I was thinking, my God, I'm not sure how are you able to combine the word to become a words. It's ANW. That's the thing that I was so shocked that you are able to combine ANW to become away. My God, now I know. That's become a joke between us. And now I'm sharing it with everyone. Back to you, Titin.
Thank you so much, Lai, for sharing the joke. Thank you. And now for the next one.
Ethan,
Yes.
I think we probably need to move on to our evaluation.
Okay. Yes, sure, Tiger. Thank
And
you.
you know me, I love table topics. I would love to do this all day long. Thank you so much. Those are excellent questions. And thank you everybody for participating. That was fun. And it was interesting. Now we get to move on to phase 3, which is the evaluation part of our meeting. And at this point, I have the honor to turn this over to our general evaluator, Lauren.
Thank you, Tiger. As general evaluator, I evaluate the meeting, and give feedback at the end. Evaluation is an important part of Toastmasters because it allows us to see how we were perceived and grow as a speaker and leader. With that, I'll call upon our speech evaluator, Michelle's speech evaluator, Jerry.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Wow, Michelle, you gave us a wonderful speech, very fantastic. I even forget idea to evaluate you because it's so engaging and with humor, you know. So I love it very much. But okay, well, it's my job to do some evaluation. First, I would like to say your opening. Your opening is very good. Opening with a question grabbed everybody's attention before you made the speech. This is a great opening. I like it. And also your structure, it's a very great story because when we listen to your journey about your memory about this story, we can feel the flow very smoothly about the storyline. You are a great storyteller, and about your body language, you have rich facial expression. We can see your smile, and sometimes you feel just maybe scary after did some bad things, and you have used your hand gesture very much to give us a sign what you can do. For example, you use your box of match to light the Christmas tree. Why, it's amazing. This kind of hand gesture and the body movement. It's our role model to do this kind of speech. So I love your body language. Another one that during your speech, you have the visual aid. So when you pick out the match, wow, you light it and get the file. But I'm a little scary. I'm afraid about your safety, you know. But it's very, very good visual aid. It's a great speech, but if from my personal opinion, one small suggestion, maybe you can use more vocal variety. For example, sentence, when your mom know about you, what you have already done, you can imitate her voice, scold you, or what happened? Use this kind of vocal variety to make this speech more fantastic. Thank you. Oh, wow, it's a very, very good speech. Thank you. Back to January evaluator.
Thank you, Jerry. Next, we'll hear reports from the grammarian, counter, and timer. Let's first hear the grammarian report.
Thank you, Lauren. Here's my report as a grammarian. For the word of the day, it was used by Tiger and Michelle. And let's go on to the words that we can improve. How many percentage recorded, or would I suggest how many it had recorded? I'm an HR person. Would like to suggest I work in the HR department. When I enter, or we can use when I come. When during this was during the job. When you had your phone call, during your phone call. Had to do everything is serious, doing everything seriously. To do some evaluation, provide evaluations. For the word of the beautiful phrase that I recorded, there are 5 or 6. Put your laughing cap on by Tiger. When you forget something, just freeze. Poanto. Who knows that the chamber pot will save us by Michelle. It's okay and not to learn to punish yourself by Yasmin. And success is determined by us by Eliza. That's my report. Back to you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lai, for the grammarian report and for being thorough and catching the word of the day usage. Next is the timer. Arnie.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. I'm really happy today because all speakers spoke within the time limit. No one is over time. Michelle for prepared speech session, 7 minutes, 6 seconds. For table topic session, Yasmin, 1 minute 54 seconds. Anna, 1 minute 39 seconds. Bindu, 1 minute 35 seconds. Lauren, 2 minutes 6 seconds. Jerry, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Eliza, 2 minutes 10 seconds. And Lai, 1 minute 13 seconds. For evaluation session, Jerry, 3 minutes 25 seconds. That was close, but congratulations, Jerry. You didn't pass the maximum time. Congratulations, everyone, for being really careful to the time because it is really important. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Arnie. Titan, does Yudli need more time?
Yes, it will be ready in several more minutes.
Okay, I'll give my general evaluator report. The meeting went very well. Kudos to Tiger for taking the role of Toastmaster of the Day on the spot. Good job to Lai for picking a on-theme word of the day obstacle. And one suggestion for the grammarian would be during table topics to remind us in the chat of the word of the day. Timer, good job with explaining the timing criteria and for raising the hand so your screen appears in the left-hand corner. One suggestion would be for during the introduction when you're explaining your role to show your face so we can see your facial expressions and see who you are. Table topics master, good job adding an educational element for the 3 conclusion tips of call to action, punchline, or question. One suggestion is word of the day reminder. Overall, really good job. Toastmaster of the day, good job welcoming guests and explaining the theme. I did notice there was no general evaluator introduction. So next time, include that, please. Good job, though. The evaluator, good job, Jerry, providing valuable feedback and providing a suggestion for Michelle to improve her wonderful speech. You were almost over time by 5 seconds, so one feedback would be more concise and to summarize your points at the end. I liked how everyone in table topics clapped after each speech. It was encouraging and showed we were listening and valued everyone's time. That's my general evaluator report. I'll turn it to Yudli if it's ready. Whenever
Yes,
you're ready.
Yes, it's ready. Thank you. I would like to share the screen. And for our filler words for the meeting today, for all the speakers, it was only 2% of the speech that we delivered. We had 51 23 no, 15 okay, 10 7 oh, 5 likes, and 3 us. And we can break it down as well to the individual speakers if you would like to find out.
Titi, can you show me?
Yeah, yes, Jerry. So for Jerry, 7 2 and 1 you know during your evaluation session.
Good.
And perhaps one more, let's say, GE. Okay. Purwanto, you had 16 you know, 10A, 4 2O, 2OK, 1A during your joke session, your humor session. And I believe the GE, Lauren, one more, this will be the last one. Okay. 1 only. So that's all for the filler words report for this meeting. Thank you, and back to you. I think TMOD, Tiger.
Yeah. That ends the evaluation portion of our meeting. So I'll hand it over to the Toastmaster, Tiger.
I would like for the GE to introduce herself and tell us what she's going to do today. Cherry got the joke. Lauren,
Oh.
wow, only one That is amazing. And you know, Juanto, you know, man, you might work on those you knows. I'm just having fun with you. Now that Yodely's done, I can have all kinds of fun. Like, you know, like this was a good meeting. What am I gonna say next? No, this was excellent. One of my favorite words is discombobulated. It's just the opposite of being combobulated, which means semi-chaos. In this meeting, started out completely discombobulated, and we overcame that obstacle and we pulled it together. I was once fooled by a mime. I actually thought there was a wall in the way, but it was just an obstacle illusion. So today, the illusion was we had a big obstacle in our way. We were filling roles at the last minute, but it turned out to be a wonderful meeting. We had a great speech. Juanto gave us some great Toastmaster humor. Table topics was amazing. At this point, let us ask our guests how their experience was. Let's start with Bindu.
Thank you, Tiger, Toastmaster Tiger. I like the way the entire session went. The flow and the structure is very much similar to how we conduct in our club and what I've seen in some of the other clubs. See, I'm using filler words without knowing. So, one thing I'm curious to know. Generally, we give one word of the day and then idiom of the day. So one would be word of the day, and we also share idiom of the day. That is like some phrase, and then we encourage our participants to use that as well. Like in the recent session that we had conducted, the word of the day was exemplary, and idiom of the day is fog on the mirror. So that's something we learned new that day. Fog on the mirror is like we are doing the basic. We're just standing in front of the mirror and breathing, and that breath is being displayed on the mirror. So that's like nothing. So we don't want to end up becoming fog on the mirror. We want to display exemplary skills. So something like that. So I'm curious if idiom is not part of or it's not a mandate.
We have never done an idiom of the day. However, you're talking to a ESL teacher, and I love idioms. So that is a great idea. I love it. So here's my challenge real quick. What's a great idiom to go with obstacles? Anybody?
go the whole 9 yards or something. I mean,
Go.
or it's football season, so
Yeah, I'm trying to think hurdles, track, hurdles. There's some idiom.
get to the end zone,
There you go.
get to the end zone or
Uh,
something. But that would be difficult for people who don't understand football, I guess. But then we could explain it.
but yes, that's a great idea. I like that.
Or fumble the ball.
There you go. So we will, yeah, I would like to do that. We'll throw in some idioms to go with our word of the day in the future. I like that idea a lot.
In fact, thank you. I'm not sure if it's a standard practice. I was under the assumption that it's a standard practice.
No,
but
it's not.
Thank
But
you.
a lot
Oh.
of Asian clubs do it because it helps to improve the use of the English language. You rarely
Oh.
see it in Northern or American or European clubs. I started Toastmasters in Asia, so in the Philippines, there are some clubs that do that as well. It's more of the exception rather than the rule.
Okay. And I loved your speech. I was in so childlike state when you were explaining, and you were like, this is what it is happening. I'm lighting a matchbox, and you're using that, and then the tone. I just loved it, and I was just wishing my son was around to listen to your story. I actually logged myself so that he doesn't come and distract me. But I loved your storytelling and the way you conducted the entire session. Loved it.
Thank you.
And
Good news.
yeah, entire flow is very good.
Bendy, Ravi suggested you come here, correct?
Right. Toastmaster Ravi.
Excellent.
He's from center stage.
Yeah.
Center stage.
Well,
Yes.
you're welcome back anytime. Juanto,
Thank you. Thank you.
Give us your feedback, sir. And you cannot use
Yeah, actually, I really love the meeting today. It was short and concise, to maintain the um, attention during the online session. I think it's not that easy. And I also love all the speaker today did the speech because I got so much insight and from the speaker as well, Michelle. That's fun. And also, I love your act out. And for the table topic session, I also notice everyone try their best to do the table topic session, not freezing during the table topic session. So I think that's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster Tiger.
Thank you. And I highly recommend you take this sense of humor that you have and turn it into a speech with a message, because you have a lot of great ideas there. Turn that into a 5 to 7 minute speech with a message. I think it would be fun. Something that all Toastmasters can relate to. Arnie, please give us your feedback for today.
Thank you. All went well and I enjoy. The reason I rarely open my camera lately is because I look like an angel because it's really white. It looks like I have some lights on my face. But I like Michelle's speech. That was really funny. I mean, especially about the chamber pot. I learned about that new words. I think chamber pot. I don't know that the name of it before because we don't have it here. But thank you, Michelle, for sharing. That was really funny. And overall, I like the meeting. Thank you for having me here. Back to you, Tiger. Oh, may I invite you to our meeting tomorrow, 7 a.m. PST? We will have special meeting, a panel discussion about how to get new member, and it will be attended by 5 PDD, past district director. 5 of them. Hope you can come. I will share with you, Tiger, the link. Thank you.
Thank you. It's always nice to have you here, Arnie. Please feel free to come back anytime. That was an interesting. I've been to a lot of RSS meetings. Michelle, you and I have been doing this for 4 years. This was one of the more interesting meetings I think we've ever had. I liked it. And it's nice to have such a variety of people here. So thank you everybody for participating. At this point, does anyone have any final words of wisdom before we close the meeting? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Okay, on 3, let's go ahead and stop the recording. 1.